Good morning, it's Halloween Marina again. It's a beautiful morning here, although it's the end of a storm. You can see the sea is not quite as wild as it was, and it's not making quite so much noise. And that's how our days, our times go. Sometimes they're wild and stormy, and then they get quieter. But I want to talk today about shifting thinking, because things in our head can be a constant storm. And these very often arise from old patterns of thinking, things that we've learned as a child. Now, I often say to people, I was very blessed as a child. I was born during the war, there was extreme poverty, I wasn't wanted, and I wasn't wanted when I was born, or before I was born, and then I was abused. How is that a blessing, anyone would say? Well, I'll tell you how it was a blessing, because I grew up not expecting the world to owe me a living. And actually, I grew up with a dependence on God. I didn't fully understand it, although it certainly was real. And He provided for me and carried me. But I didn't grow up expecting people to provide for everything I wanted. In fact, I didn't really have any wants. So I had things to learn as well. And in fact, I grew up always knowing the rules of situations so that I could do what people needed or what people wanted. And I had to learn to grow beyond that in order to learn love. And many young people today have grown up, or people from well-off situations have grown up expecting to be able to have what they want. And it's very hard for them. It's very hard to break from that mindset when suddenly they discover that the whole of the world is not like their mother or their father, or aunties and uncles or cousins and whatever. And they don't always get what they want. And sometimes they're disappointed. They don't get the job that they want. And so they have to learn something new. They have to learn a different perspective and change their thinking to understand that we need to think about the other. We need to change from self-righteous, as I was, to understanding love. We need to change from thinking that we should have what we want and that our way is the best, which I also had in some respects, to learn humility and love and listen and learn from other people. So we need to shift our thinking from ourselves as centre of the universe to loving others. So the question I'm leaving you with today is, because love is not self-centered, but God will always help us love others and overcome the pain that we discover. So my question for you today is, how can I shift my thinking towards the other or the others? See you tomorrow.